Roman Reigns, the guy that will take your wife, Roman Reigns. Hi there, my little demons and diva. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva. Welcome back to my channel. Clearly, you can tell I'm very excited to be making this video. My last video was a little bit of a vent, so I had to turn around and post something positive and remind myself why I love wrestling. So here we are. But before I get into this, make sure you go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at wait, over here. Yo, I have dyslexia. I have mirror dyslexia. Like things just, I don't know. But you guys follow me at NYC Demon Diva. My other social media on the description below. Guys, if you make it to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you all about Popl, the sponsor of this video. But if you don't make it to the end of the video, there's a link on the description below where you get 20% off. If you buy it using my link or my code, I'll give you a shout out on my next video. But here we are, okay? Here we are. And if I was excited to bring you my 5 favorites, or not favorites, because there's so many favorites, but like my must-watch Brock Lesnar matches, I'm even more excited to bring you my must-watch, 5 must-watch Roman Reigns matches. And I struggled because my list was long and it was like a process of elimination to get to 5 because I have a lot of Roman Reigns matches that I love. I love Brock Lesnar, you guys know that. But I'm a newer fan, okay? I watch on and off, but like for me to say that I watch nonstop is being since like 2014 forward. Before that, I would watch, I would stop, I would watch, I would stop. I took my nephew to the first Monday Night Raw that aired from Barclays Center. And I remember coming down the steps, this beautiful Asian godlike creature. And I couldn't help but to think, holy fuck, who is that? And I need to stop watching wrestling. And who was it? It was Roman Reigns, of course. And a lot of times I get put on the spot on my stream, Shots for Brock, cheap plug, if you guys have not checked it out. And a lot of times people try to ask me, like they really try to put me in the spot because everybody knows that I love Brock Lesnar, I love Roman Reigns, and I love Seth Rollins. And a lot of times people try to put me in the spot and ask who my favorite really is. And it blows my mind that people can't figure it out. Because, hello, have you met my dog? Because his name is Roman. You guys know who I named him after? If you name your dog after, like, he has to be your favorite, right? How are you gonna question who my favorite is? How are you gonna question who my favorite is? How are you gonna question who my favorite is? Come on, guys. Come on. It's Roman Reigns. Not only is he beautiful, he can wrestle. He's sexy. I mean, all right, that's not what this video is about. This video is not about like 5 things that I love about Roman Reigns. This video is my 5 must-watch Roman Reigns matches. First of all, I'm going to give an honorable.
I'm sorry, honorable.
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 Honorable. Honorable.
I don't know what you're saying.
Honorable. Honorable.
Honorable mention to Brock versus Seth versus Roman at WrestleMania 31 because I used that match for the Brock Lesnar list and I am not about to repeat matches in here, okay? I would also love to give an honorable mention to his entire feud with Braun Strowman. That shit was fire. I had a lot of matches and it pained me to cut down a few. One of the matches that I cut down, another honorable mention, will be the one with Daniel Bryan at Fastlane. That match was everything. And that match was a lifesaver because after the whole Royal Rumble disaster, we needed to save face and understand why we were going to have Roman Reigns main event. And I felt like that match truly proved that. Another match that I had to scrape off, but I'm still talking about it. You see what I did there? Was versus Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell in 2015. I thought that Roman and Bray Wyatt had an epic feud. I love the way that Bray Wyatt said, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Okay, again, I'm going off topic here, but I think I have narrowed it down to 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I narrowed it down to 5. A few of them, I'm a little bit biased because I got to be there live. And, when you're there live, it just feels more intense. It's more exciting. So no particular order. But at number 5, I'm going to start with Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank 2016. It was Seth's first match back. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, Shield brothers, had such an epic chemistry in the ring. I feel like every time they fight each other, it's an epic fight, whether it happens on a Raw, on a pay-per-view, it doesn't matter. Seth Rollins had just came back from injury. First match back, and he wants back the title that he never lost. And Roman Reigns holds that title. And of course, if you don't remember, Seth did win that match. It was so epic when he countered a spear into a pedigree. Like, I popped for that moment. But what really made this match magical, even though I hated it, fun fact, that was the night that the Demon Diva was born, because I went on an epic rant on the fans podcast back then. And he was like, oh my God, she just turned into the Demon Diva. And that's how this nickname was born. Because Seth finally got that title in his hand. And not even 60 seconds later, the Lunatic Fringe music hit, who had just won the briefcase earlier on in the match, and he cashed in and he won the WWE Championship, and that's how Dean Ambrose became champion. But the most important thing is that on that night, all 3 members of the Shield held the WWE Championship. Like, I'm a huge Shield fan, and you can't repeat that. Roman Reigns walked in as the WWE champion, lost the main event to Seth Rollins, who then becomes WWE champion, and then Dean Ambrose successfully cashes in, taking the title. All 3 members of the Shield, WWE champions, on the same damn night. Oh, that is beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Like, come on. You have to, like, whether you hate the Shield, which I don't think a lot of people hated the Shield. Like, the Shield is it has to be in conversations from one of the greatest factions ever created. Did they kind of ruin it? Yeah, but we don't need to get into that. That's going to leave me, like, I'm going to roll right over my number 4, which is the Shield Triple Threat, which happened at a fucking battleground. Why? Yeah. And shockingly enough, Dean Ambrose won. And the Shield Triple Threat happened after this epic night happened. That could have main evented at WrestleMania, guys. But unfortunately, there was a lot of injuries and a lot of factors that didn't give us that, because I would have loved to see them. I would have loved to see them main event WrestleMania with a Shield Triple Threat match. But we didn't get that. But we did get it. And in hindsight, now that we know that we don't know when Roman is coming back, we don't know. We're definitely never going to get Dean Ambrose back. So you have to go back and be thankful that we did get it. Because imagine if they kept putting it off with the circumstances and everything that went on after that, we might have never gotten it. And that's one thing that we do as wrestling fans. A lot of times we're like, damn, we should have held off for this. And then we end up not getting it, or we complain if we get it too early. But if I time travel back then, I probably bitch about why we're getting this at a battleground. And now future me is sitting here saying, I'm glad we got it. And it was an epic match, as it should have been. These 3 guys were amazing. And yeah, that's a match that I would always probably go back to watch on one of those days that I just want to remember when I loved wrestling and when wrestling was good. At number 3. See here. Yeah. At number 3. The build up to this was epic. And a lot of people gave credit to the other person. But I think that Roman had some epic digs. And that is against John Cena at No Mercy. And let me tell you something, guys, okay? I was in Puerto Rico when No Mercy happened, and that is when Hurricane Maria happened. And I was like, I had no internet. I couldn't watch it live. It was so depressing. So I couldn't, like, as soon as I got back and I was okay and everything, I sat down and watched it, and I loved it. I thought it was a good match, you know. And John Cena put Roman over, and that's a big deal. You know, John Cena came to a point after, like, even from 2015 when he had that good U.S. title reign, when he got to that point of really putting young talent over. And the moment that John Cena interrupted Roman Reigns, which was after a SummerSlam, like, it just felt so epic. It felt so epic. And, like, I don't know if you guys, like, remember, but, like, in one of the promos, Roman said to him, people always come looking for you, but you came looking for me. And that is true. John Cena went after Roman Reigns. It made Roman Reigns feel like such a bigger deal. I love the match. I love the build-up. And it just really felt like that old ruthless aggression against whatever we call this era. I don't know. But I've never been a John Cena fan. So I was so excited to see this because Roman Reigns is obviously my guy. So I really wanted to see my guy just beat him. So it was great. It was great. At number 2, and I was here for this. If I can find some clips, I will add them in. But that is against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble 2017 with Chris Jericho suspended above the ring in a Shark Tank. Why? Because wrestling. Roman Reigns is at his best in street fights, no DQ fight, Extreme Rules match, and this was one of it. And it was Kevin Owens. And it was when Kevin Owens was with Chris Jericho. Like, do you guys understand everything that I'm, like, throwing at you right now? Because it was so epic. It was so epic. And then, honorable mention, the fact that he came out at number 30 and trolled the entire world later on that night, but we don't need to get into that. But that match was so hard hitting. I remember Kevin Owens, like, formed this, like, shares thing, and, like, Braun interrupted because that's when Roman went on with his epic feud with Braun Strowman. It was just amazing. It was, like, such a good match. Like I said, Roman Reigns is at his best in this style of matches, and he did not come off short on this one. That was a really, really good match. And if you haven't watched it, or whether you did and you haven't watched it in a long time, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. And at number 1, okay. I get excited, guys. I was also there for this. I was there when he won the title against Triple H at WrestleMania 32. Then I was there the next day when AJ Styles won that fatal 4-way to become the number 1 contender. So off they went and had an Extreme Rules match at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view in Newark, New Jersey, 2016? Yeah, 2016. And the match was everything. We had the club involved, the Usos involved. It was hard hitting. It was probably the best WWE Championship match that Roman Reigns had. I mean, come on, it's AJ Styles. It's Roman Reigns. There is an argument. Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. People just don't give him credit. Listen to all of these wrestlers, how highly they speak of him, not only as a locker room leader, but like how he's a lot of wrestlers' favorite match. We got to see The Undertaker apologizing to Roman for not giving him his all. Like, he's so like, listen, I know, this video is not for me to talk about how amazing Roman Reigns is and beautiful. But that match, again, like I said in the match earlier, it was everything. And you put Roman Reigns in one of those matches, no DQ, where he can just go ham and oh my God, it's just like the Ladywood is insane. And then when Roman Reigns successfully wins, 1, 2, 3, and still. And out comes a returning Seth Rollins after being gone for months.
For those of you tuning in from home, Seth just came out and we are astonished because we thought he was injured. I have his shirt.
Come on. Oh my God. I love talking about this. See, because like, as you guys know, my last video, I was like feeling a little bit down about wrestling. So it's good to go back to those moments where you're just like, and that was one of them. That was one of them, which led to some of the matches that I mentioned earlier on the countdown. Yeah, it was epic. It was amazing to see Seth return. It was amazing to see that Seth was going to go straight for the title that he never lost. And it was amazing that that happened after an epic match against your indie darling, indie made favorite phenomenal AJ Styles and your WWE grown talent, Roman Reigns. Because from the moment that AJ Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble, who was the first person that he faced? Like, remember Roman's face? Like, who the fuck is that guy? Who
the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And then you had AJ Styles coming out, and then the WWE managed to botch the debut, but it was still awesome. We still got the real. We did get what we should have gotten on their YouTube channel. So to see them get from that moment at the Royal Rumble to them fighting for the WWE title, AJ Styles fighting for the WWE title, it was just all kinds of epicness from all kinds of aspects. Okay, AJ Styles getting a shot at the title only a few months after debuting. He was not successful, but it doesn't matter. The fact that they put him on the top of the card like that. Okay, you have Roman Reigns successfully defending the title in a really, really good match against a crowd favorite, and then you have Seth Rollins finally returning, because there's nothing that feels better inside than seeing a wrestler come back healthy when we don't know when we're supposed to get him back. I could go on. I could talk about Roman Reigns forever. Maybe I should start a weekly series about Roman Reigns on my channel, because clearly that's a subject that I enjoy talking about. Guys, let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite Roman Reigns match? Do you miss him? Because I do. And until next time, adios. Mwah. Wait, are you still there? All right. Well, let me tell you about Popl. Okay, right here. Popl is like a business card on the go. All you have to do is bump Popl to somebody else's phone, and guess what? They can have all of your social media. So that way you don't have to stand there and wait for them to go follow you. So I will demo it for you right now. Okay, look at how simple it is. Okay, watch. See the pop-up right there? And now you can link. You're able to customize what you want to link. You can even customize it to where it goes directly to your Instagram, to your Twitter, your YouTube, or you can put all your social media on it. And with the link in the description below, you can get 20% off. So thank you, Popl, for sponsoring this video. And thank you for making it to the real end of the video. Adios. Mwah.
Yeah, demon diva, quite the screamer. Cursing, tease ya, hurting, please ya. Spot her out in any of y'all arena. Break the meter, get way too excited, watch her boot up. If the lady could, she get lady wood until you know who we can suit up. I get a girl, it's a low